Oh my God, y'all. Did you think that I was gone, like gone for good? I know it's been forever since you have heard me on my podcast. I have been sharing more over on YouTube, but I really want to start implementing the ability to share my podcast and my YouTube all at the same time. I just kind of got a little distracted because I wasn't quite sure on how I wanted to move forward, but a lot has changed. I'm going to be honest with y'all. So much has changed since March. Remember back in March when I was telling everyone we're doing all this shadow work to set us up, and come like April, we're all going to be moving fast, like it was go time. Yeah, that's what happened to me too. So I did all the shadow work. Lots of stuff came up. And I'm going to tell you, because of that deep shadow work, lots of physical things manifested. Like I got a gigantic cyst on my third eye, and I've healed it since. But I'm going to tell you, I got a big old scar there. I uh hurt my foot that I had surgery on. Like there's all these things that happened. And I realized it was because, and I was talking to a client, one of my clients, Ruth, we were all on a call, and she was talking about how she got really sick this past week because she was releasing more. She was up leveling and her body couldn't keep up with it. And I think that was true of my own physical body. Like it's kind of this dual thing where you're raising your frequency, and these inconsistencies within your personal frequency can no longer stay there. So they're vibrating out, and sometimes they vibrate out in really inconvenient ways, but we live with it and we move on, right? So went through all that shadow work. I bet you did too. And then after that, I really started questioning like how I wanted to move forward in my business, not in the way that maybe you're thinking. Like I have my mastermind and I absolutely adore it, and it's sticking around. Like that was the bridge that I wanted to build in my online business from day one. Like when I decided I wanted to start helping entrepreneurs create that CEO mindset, the mastermind was it. Like that was it. I was building it. And I've had the structure built, but I hadn't presented it as a mastermind, so to speak, until January. That's when I first launched the mastermind. Now, what has changed in my business is my perception. And you know, I love being 100% transparent with y'all. So I got really comfortable. Y'all, I got really comfortable with my income. And it's really nice to have that comfort. And I never saw myself or wanted, I had all these stories about what $1 million business would look like. And I'm going to be completely honest with y'all. One of the reasons why I never saw my business as $1 million business was because I didn't have my cosmic warriors. Y'all, once I finished, like completed the mastermind, and the women have started coming in to the mastermind, I realized this is what I was waiting for. Because once I started like gathering us all together, I realized I wanted more of these women. I wanted more of this community. Like every single woman that comes into the mastermind, the first thing they say is, this is the community that I've always wanted, because we're super cosmic, we're go-getters, we're like ready to do what it takes, right? But the work is not always easy, and disintegration anxiety, crying, all kinds of stuff happens, right? But we are such a safe place that everyone is so supportive and has each other's back, and everyone's brilliant. Okay, what I want you to understand is, in the mastermind, it is not like any other program that you've ever been to. In our mastermind, it's like you're sitting around with a bunch of cosmic go-getters, and everyone has value in the group. So if somebody's like, oh, I'm trying to grow my TikTok audience, and we have somebody in there that has like 1 million followers, they're going to give tips and tools on how to do that. Okay. So the beauty about my mastermind is I like to think of myself as, I'm always calling myself more like an SEC football coach, like Coach Kirby from the Georgia football team. So I am like, I will crack that whip and I will push you to be better and do better. But I love you to death, right? So I am the creator of the Evolution 10X method, but I'm not the expert at everything. And I'm growing right along with everyone else, right? So we all have our niche, we all have our like specialties, and we have all these amazing superpowers. So when the group comes together, we just are like on fire. I swear sometimes I feel like the top of my head blew off. But it's amazing. I got sidetracked. So what am I seeing now, right? So I'm seeing all these amazing, amazing women coming into the mastermind, and I want more of them. And the way I see it is that they're also transforming lives. Like I always say, we're creating a typhoon of transformation. And for the first time in my business, I see $1 million business. I want $1 million business. And what I want you to know is that it's not about getting rich for getting rich sake. It's about creating a better quality of life. I talk about, a lot of coaches talk about abundance. I talk about money. I talk about wealth, but it's not about greed. It's not about, I want to live extravagantly. And there's nothing wrong with wanting to live extravagantly. One of my clients, Suzette, she loves luxury cars. Girl, she just is like driving this luxury truck. She's a manifester. She's like, she calls herself the wealth witch. I tell you what, she can like she can alchemize money out of nowhere. It's awesome. But anyway, she loves the luxury things. She adores them. But she's also a horse. She raises horses and she lives on a ranch and stuff. But so it's okay, whatever you want to use your money for. But also we know as coaches and healers that we want to make a lot of money because it's representational of the lives that we're transforming. But also when we make a lot of money, then we get to give back to the organizations that we really adore. And we get to invest in our own healers and coaches and taking us further and further, because this journey here on this life is never ending, right? Like we're going to be working with people probably until the day we die, right? My hair is being a little crazy. If you're on the YouTube, you're noticing that. And the fact that my camera's going in and out. One of the reasons why it's going in and out is because I didn't want to close my shades and the light. And also, I'll just be straight up. I didn't close my door to my office either. So it might be echoey. I don't know. I'm not really caring, because you know what? This is the way I want my podcast to go. I want it to be like a conversation. Ooh, and I do have conversations on YouTube. If you are watching this or listening to this from the podcast, I do have amazing conversations with amazing women over on YouTube. So make sure to check that out. Why do I not post them on my podcast? I will tell you. Because I haven't upgraded my plan to accommodate for the amount of minutes. And as you can tell, I haven't been really consistent for the past few months on my podcast because I really wasn't sure where it was going to go. And I just really think that I'm waiting for my business partner to get back. And there's a lot of things that I have in limbo while she's out. And I hope that when she's back, we can do weekly cosmic calls and just make this cosmicness, right? But I also have veered away. I'm always, like I say, I'm always transparent, always real with you all. I'm not doing anything strategy wise as far as teaching business strategy. Here's the reason. I am really, really good at the strategy. I'm really good at it. And I started teaching strategy a couple years ago because one of my coaches told me I needed to. And so I did. And I'm really good at it. And it's helped a lot of women, but it's not in alignment. And I'm going to be referring anyone that I meet that needs the strategy to one of my coaches, to the last coach I had, because she's just fantastic. But I wanted to just stay in one lane, and that's a mindset, that CEO mindset. That's my jam. That's what I'm good at. And you know what I realized? Because I was having all these people join that strategy program, and they had it all, but they still could not create the success that they desired. Why? Because they were not being the CEO first. You can have all the strategy. You can know all the best funnel systems. You can create all that magic. But if you do not have the mindset of an entrepreneur, excuse me, I should have muted it. Hold on, I'm going to cough. I'm back. I have the worst allergies, y'all. It will feel like I have a big old piece of pollen in my throat, but I don't. I don't. So anyway, you can have all the strategy, you can have all the funnel systems, you can be doing all the stuff and still not seeing any results because you don't have the core level belief systems that are going to support the behaviors and skill sets that you need or that you have to move forward and create the multiple six-figure success that you're looking for. If all it took was strategy, then you would most likely know it by now, because I can guarantee you most of the people that are listening to this have taken so many strategy programs, and especially strategy strong programs, right? With a little dabble of mindset. There's a lot of strategy and mindset coaches. But here's the deal. If they're like, I'm a business strategy and mindset coach, here's the deal. They're not one or the other. They're trying to balance both. You hear what I'm saying? And that's what I was trying to do. But I'm a mindset coach. I'm 100% mindset coach. So when I was helping people with the strategy, the thing that kept coming up was that they didn't have the mindset. They didn't have the subconscious beliefs. They didn't know how to transform those into a powerful ally that's going to keep them from self-sabotaging, self-doubt, all that kind of stuff. And I can tell you, if you are not making money in your business, if you are plateaued and cannot get unstuck, it is because of your mindset. Done and done. If you are still working a 9 to 5, and you cannot exit out of it because your business is not making the money that you desire, mindset. 97%, I would like to say 99% of the time, I see women struggling because of their mindset, not because they don't know what to do, because it's not brain science. Growing a business is not brain science. So yes, I do not have my the strategy. I don't know what I haven't deleted it or anything. And I'll probably like gift it to people like when they re-sign or something. I don't know. It's there. I spent a lot of time and effort building it, so I'm not ready to delete it yet. And I might just like have it a la carte on my website. Like you can get it for an upsell or something. I don't know. Here's the beautiful thing. I don't have to figure that out right now. Y'all, I do not have to figure it out. So many people, so many coaches, one of the reasons why they struggle is this mindset that they have to have it all done, that they have to have it all figured out, that it has to be structured. They got to get their ducks in a row. And that's a thing that's going to keep you trapped, because business building is always messy. It's always messy. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and do a little chit chat back and forth and just let you know that I'm still here. I'm still here. Happy Pride, y'all. It is Pride Month, and I'm really spending a lot of time on my Facebook group. I'm trying to get more adapt on TikTok. I'm going to say I don't have a big following, but the people that do follow me, I'm very excited about. And I'm just going to start spending more time with y'all here on the podcast and in YouTube. I'm going to do long and shorts and all kinds of fun stuff, but all of my interviews, because some of them end up being an hour and a half, and I haven't upgraded, like I said, my podcast, and I don't think I'm going to do that today. So make sure to go over there and start looking at them. I did a really good one with Seema. She's a former art historian. She worked in museum for many years. Now she works for a startup, and she has 300K followers on TikTok. And then I did Elion, which is just a beautiful friend of mine. And we're actually, go listen to that one. We're actually thinking about doing a telepathy and tarot course together. Yes. So that's going to be super fun. We would love to have you along for that. But anyway, that's good for today. Hopefully you have had fun with me. I have had fun with you.